And we are live. How you doing, folks? Good evening. It's Friday night, live from my wheel estate, my home on wheels. It's raining. I don't know if you can hear the rain fall. Let's be quiet for a second. You hear that? Maybe not. It slowed down a little bit. But it's raining. It's been raining for a couple hours now. I'm over here um, in New I'm over here um, in New Jersey, and I'm waiting for the traffic to subside so I can go up to Pennsylvania. It's a nightmare. Let me get the comments over here. I hate being stuck in traffic. I rather drive around it. If when I had my car, I would have driven 100 miles out of the way. I didn't ask you. Be quiet. I didn't ask this guy. I didn't ask you. Be quiet. I didn't ask this guy. Rather than be stuck in traffic. But now that I have my home, anywhere I park, there's my home. Just come in the back, be home, and that's what I did. I had dinner. I had leftover wings that I got from Costco the other day. I had some strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and a little bit of hummus, and that was dinner. So, who do we have here? Love the woods. I'm in my van too. Cool. Jim Spath. Hey Jim. How you doing, Jim? Columbia 27272727. Hello, Lewis from Port St. Lucie, Florida. How you doing? How you doing? CJ Rose. Hello. How you doing, CJ? Rene Kieda. I'm experiencing the rain also, but I'm a liveaboard on a boat on the Long Island Sound. Oh, that is cool. You watching me in my van living from a boat. Lydia wants to try the sailing thing, and I don't mind it because I like sailboats. I've never really been on one except a few months ago before I left Florida. We went sailing, but yeah, I like boats. I should know how to sail. I mean, after all, my ancestors were good sailors, but yeah, you never know. But good to know. So I got somebody watching me on a boat. It's kind of rough today. I mean, it's probably raining over there, and you're gonna have some wind and stuff like that. So just be careful. You're probably watching me like this, moving around. But it's very calming. It's very calming when you're on a boat. You hear the water hitting the boat and the rigging hitting the mast and hitting stuff, and you hear very calming sound. I really like that. Sandra Wheeler. Hey, Lewis. How you doing, Sandra? Hi, Sandra. Love the Wood says peanut butter and beans on hand always. Linda Lindsay. Hi, Lewis from New Hampshire. How you doing, Linda? How you doing? Robert says hello. Royzanne Mikel. Howdy from Texas. How you doing? It's the New York howdy. We don't say howdy. We say how you doing. John David Leonard says hello. Hello. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, maybe not. Crisis averted. No sneezing. Achoo! I scared you. I really wanted to sneeze, but I didn't. So, Gina Loya. Good evening, Lewis. Good evening, Gina. Mike from Kanakia. Hi, Lewis from here. Here means Kanakia. He's in Kanakia. Why do I want to sneeze all of a sudden? I do want to sneeze, but it's not coming out. It's weird. You know when you have one of those sneezes wants to come out and it doesn't come out? Your eyes start watering and Sandra says, "Hi Louis, having dinner while watching." Hey, the entertainment. You got your own. I should start charging Lydia every time I FaceTime her, because she's getting live entertainment for free. I should charge her. I should charge her for that. But don't tell her I said that. Don't, hush, hush, mush, mush. Nobody tell her that. She'll get mad at me if she knows that. Rene Kieda. Yes, some gale force winds at 30 knots, and I'm out at the very edge of the channel. It is a marina, but I love it. Yeah, I had was it today, this morning, or yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday. I had a warning on my phone, the Weather Channel, and there was a marine warning, and it was telling me about, you know, there would be 20 to 30 knot winds, and but I'm like, okay, I'm not in the ocean, so I'm not going to care about that. But I got people watching me in the ocean or at the marina, so who knows, you know? You never know who's watching who, where, when. Sofiana de la Fuente. Hi, Louis, all the way from Dallas, Texas. And I'm over here in New Jersey. I'm about 45 minutes from Pennsylvania. So, Stefan says hello all the way from London, England. How you doing, Stefan? How's London? Foggy? Rainy? It's raining over here. I don't know if it's foggy. Let me see. No, it's not foggy. Not foggy, but it's raining. Martin near whiskey. Lydia has plenty of money. Her video today was about how cheaply she lives at her home base. That's not true. I mean, I'm not going to say what she has and she doesn't have, but you don't you don't know how much money somebody has, you know, by watching a video. Just because somebody lives cheaply doesn't mean that they're loaded with money. And if she has money, she earned her money. So, Stefan says it's raining in London. Who would have thought of that? Raining in London. I just guess. That was just a wild guess. I mean, just wild, Stefan. Wild guess. Teresa is in Chicago and had some snow today. I heard, where did I hear that? I think I was on the radio. I have both machines I'm working with have radio, so I always have the same channel going on both machines. I'm going back and forth all the time. And I heard somewhere on the radio that said we may get snow up in Pennsylvania, in the suburbs of New York City. And it's possible because tomorrow, by my kids, the high is going to be 32. That's the high for the day, 32 degrees. So tomorrow night, my Webasto is going to be running. I'm going to be toasting here as long as I have power. That's the thing. When it's cloudy, I can't produce power. So yeah, it's always something. Sirach73 says, hello from PA. Well, the rain is coming from PA, so, and I'm going to PA. Where about in PA are you? You don't have to give details, just roundabout. Bob Flemings, hi Louis, how are you doing? How you doing, Bob? Roy McRae. Howdy. Howdy, Roy. And Terry C. Upstate New York, 2 inches of snow today. It's coming. It's coming. The snow is coming. I soon will be skiing in South Florida. Gina Loya, you could charge all us victims for the entertainment as well. Ah, you were the one of those that heard me call you victims. I just said that by mistake, you know, slip of the tongue. I don't mean to call my subscribers victims. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Darn it! I knew I shouldn't have done that. Moving on. Sandra Wheeler, Lydia's videos are incredibly helpful to those interested in RVing, and her financial details pertain only to that aspect of her life. We should appreciate that she discloses what she does. Yes, indeed. She has lots of knowledge, and she's been blessed because she has both worlds. I just have my van. This is all I have. But she's been blessed. She had a job. She had her own job, her own business. She had a house, like she explained in the video, that she was able to sell and sell for some good money. And she was able to pay cash for the house that she has now. And she's living there for very cheaply. And I've told her, you know, don't ever sell the house. You can RV full time and still have the house. There's no reason to not have the house, because a lot of people who are RVing all across the country and don't have any land, many of these people, even if they don't say it, even if they just keep it to themselves, assuming that they have a channel, right, and they're making videos and they're saying, oh, we don't want a house, we don't want, but probably secretly they're wishing that they had something like Lydia, something that they can go there for a few months, park, where nobody can tell them that they have to leave, and then go out again whenever they want. So Lydia has both worlds, and the only reason that she's there stuck right now, for the most part, is Christian. I have a hair. Sorry. I think one of my mustache hairs went into my mouth. That's the dangers of having a mustache. So she's there because of Christian and her uncle. So if it wasn't for that, she'd be traveling all over the place. Sirac 73 said, right outside of Pittsburgh. I'm not going that far, buddy. I mean, if you were any closer, I could stop, get coffee or something, but I'm not going to Pittsburgh, so. Roy says, I hate snow. John David Leonard. Oh, John is in UK also. He says it's raining in Oxfordshire, in the UK too. Oxfordshire. Protective HT. Hello, fellow New Jersey citizen. I'm not a New Jersey citizen. I am so glad I am not a New Jersey citizen. I lived in New Jersey most of my life. It's too crowded, especially in the cities. If you drive 15 minutes outside of the eastern part of New Jersey, you are in the countryside. Totally different. But it's just too crowded for me. It's just too many people, too much traffic. You know, like now, I'm here. I mean, I could say I'm stuck, but I'm talking to you folks, and you were probably wondering why I'm doing this again. Didn't I just do this a couple days ago? Well, I'm here kind of stuck because I rather just park here for a few hours than be stuck in traffic. And right now, Route 80 going west from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, complete nightmare. I just do not want to be stuck in traffic. So instead of being stuck in traffic, I just park here and just wait it out. And then, what time is it now? 6, almost 7 o'clock. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna leave around 8 o'clock or so, and wait the traffic out. I just hate traffic. I'm only 45 minutes from my destination, so God willing, I'll be there at 8:45, and yeah. Protective. I wish I wasn't a New Jersey citizen. Hey, you can move anywhere you want, You got 49 other states to move to, so just, if you can, just move, Ciroc 73 says, are you a union operator? I'm an operator. I operate for a company. Actually, today I almost got into a fist fight. Out of the blue. So here's the scenario. I'm working for some plumbers, doing plumbing stuff, pipe work, stuff like that. So I have two small machines. Oh, you've seen them in my video. I have a little excavator, right? And then I have a little machine with a bucket in front. It's called a skid steer. I know skid steer it was Case Machines made one. It was called a skid steer. But I guess all the other machines now, you would kind of call them a skid steer. It's a little bobcat type of thing, skid steer. So I'm in that little machine. There's not a lot of visibility, it doesn't go very fast. And I'm just removing dirt because we did some digging, we put some pipes in, and and then we have the inspector come in, look at it, he says, okay, you can backfill, and then we backfill, and then we have a lot of dirt extra. So today, because of the rain, we wanted to clean all that out. So I'm scooping it up, and then going out around a pile of dirt, and then I dump it, and then I go back inside and I scoop some more. So I come out, actually where I was taking the dirt from it's going to be a building. It's going to be inside the building, but there's no building walls yet, just a foundation. So I'm coming out of the building, I look, I don't see anybody, so I go around the pile. All of a sudden I hear a horn, beep, 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 and I look, and there's this guy with a one axle truck, dump truck, right behind me. And he's like almost hitting me, and I stop, and the guy comes over and he starts yelling at me. And this guy is the foreman for this company that I've worked like 15 years ago. I don't know him. He wasn't there when I worked there. The guy's just yelling at me. Oh, didn't you see me? Why didn't you stop? I said, I didn't see you. He's coming from my blind side, from kind of like from behind me and to the right. I didn't see him. It turns out the guy was flying in. He was just around there. He got loaded with a load of dirt. He was coming in to dump it, and he was just flying. And apparently he told one of my other co-workers that his truck doesn't have brakes. I'm like, really? The truck doesn't have brakes? If the brakes don't work good, then it shouldn't be on a job. You're going to kill somebody like that. So the guy is yelling at me. I got back in the machine. I dumped the dirt. I went back inside. He went dumping. I came back out. I came around the pile of dirt. I didn't see anything. I'm slow, and I'm hogging the pile. And there's plenty of room on my right for somebody else to go by. The guy sees me. He's coming this direction now. And he just steps on the gas, and he comes towards me. I didn't veer off. Hey, I got a machine with a bucket. My bucket is going to go right through your truck. So the guy, at the last second, he veers off. He comes back out again. Oh, man, come on out. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I said, get out of here. So I kept working, and then a few minutes later, I started thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I stopped my machine. I walked in the trailer where the general manager is, and I told him, hey, you got this guy over there. He's supposed to be the, I don't know, the chief engineer, the chief, whatever. He's supposed to be the, the guy in charge of the the foreman for that company, you know, is supposed to be a cool guy, but he's not acting cool. He's acting like a maniac. He's flying through the job site, almost hit me a couple times, and he's going to end up hurting somebody. So I said my thing. So that's what happened today. There was no fist fights. I'm not going to get in a fight. Somebody attacks me, I'm going to defend myself. But other than that, I'll just call the police. I'll have them arrested. I don't want to go to jail because of somebody else, their stupidity. So, anyway, where was I? I lost my place. Stefan says, I watched that video you did the other day and the drone footage was beautiful. Thank you. You were very welcome. I missed, actually I don't think I missed it because I've been looking at the leaves and something happened this year. Even Ed, the subscriber of mine, mentioned that there was no beautiful fall colors. I mean, I tried my best. Every weekend was raining, so I couldn't really film anything. But the colors went from like changing, right, from the green changing into color, to all of a sudden no more beautiful color. It just there was no change. Usually it happens mid-October up here in New Jersey next to Pennsylvania. Mid-October. This year there was like nothing. There was no I don't know what happened. It was different. So maybe further south of where I'm at now, maybe it's different. I do notice that closer to New York City it looks a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, I tried, and actually I even crashed my drone. I didn't say anything, but I crashed the drone. I think it's going to work. I changed all the propellers. What happened was there's a scene there where I filmed a creek, and I was driving and I saw that creek and I'm like, oh, I can film that. And I wanted to film it, but from where I parked by the side of the road, it was all trees and I couldn't quite get in there. But I managed to go between trees, below branches, up above branches, around trees, and I managed to go down there and then turn right and then turn left towards the creek, and then I filmed that. And then coming out, I'm like, I hope I don't hit any trees. And I'm looking at the drone and I'm looking at the image on the screen. I'm like, I think I'm okay. I went to go forward and the propellers hit the tree. So it's not like a big crash because I was not far off the ground and the propellers just hit the tree. But I kind of knew that I was, and then when I went to pick it up, I looked around, I'm like, why did I just walk down here and fly the drone from here? I was being lazy. I didn't want to go down there, but that's what happens. I did crack. The thing has a plastic cover over the light that's on the leg that blinks red, and I kind of cracked. I cracked one of those lights. So I cracked the plastic. The light still works. So actually, I can show you. Why don't I just show you? You're probably thinking, oh, he's just making that up. No, I'm not making it up. So send me your donations because I need a new drone, folks. I broke the drone. It doesn't fly anymore. It just doesn't fly. I'm not taking anything less than $1,000. But send me your monies. Look. I scratched it over here. See, I'm gonna need a new drone. And the propellers are stuck together like that. It doesn't work anymore. You know, they don't move. They don't move anymore. And yeah. Now, all seriousness, this is the that's the light that I right there. The terrain was a little rocky, so it only fell down, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 feet off the ground. But I guess it hit a rock, and yeah. So I think it flies. I haven't flown it yet, but I think the drone's okay. So, but that's the risk you take. I mean, I use, to me, this is this is this is this is like this. It's another camera. I don't fly this thing around for fun. I fly it only to get video. So when you do that, you know, it's a risk. Take a risk, and that's what happens. Anyway, back to the questions here. What kind of questions do we have? Nothing. Jane Jones. Yes, wait till the plows and senders have been out. I don't like. I mean, um, I can't say I don't like the snow. I like the snow. I even like the cold. I like the cold. I like those crisp, cold mornings. You know, you go outside and and you feel the crisp air going inside you, and when you exhale, you know, just steam comes out, and yeah, I like, but you know, but living in a van, it's not an easy thing. If I had to do it, I would do it, but it's not going to be easy. That's why I don't do it anymore. But anyway, James Grimmett. Good evening, Lewis. How's the look? How's the look security cameras going? How's the look? The security cameras, one is fuzzy and the other one works, so two don't work. They're garbage. So I haven't decided on what to buy yet, and since I'm going down to Florida in about a month or so, I think I'm just going to wait until I'm down there. Then I can look with more. I'll have more time to look, and then I'll have time to install them, because you know, now I have to take all these cables out, and because these cables are no good. The first camera that went out, I forgot to mention that. I never mentioned about the cable, but I just forgot. But now that you mention it, the first camera that started giving me problems, I didn't realize what was going on. I didn't know that the camera had water in it. So I'm trying to look around to see where the fault is. I disconnected the cable that goes into the DVR. I plugged it back in. I turned the DVR off. I turned it back on again. Still nothing. I went out there, and then I looked at the cable that goes from here to the outside goes only to a certain point, because the camera itself has a cable, I don't know, that's about 2 to 3 feet long, maybe 2 feet long, I don't know. So I tightened those cables pretty good. You know, they go into each other, and then they tighten. They were pretty well tightened. And when I opened the one for the camera that didn't work, it was full of water. It was just, I tried, it was not only full of water, some of the connectors, the metal connectors, were like rusted. Like, you know, not rust, but you know that there's a name for it. When the batteries are corrosion. There was corrosion on those, like a white corrosion on those connectors. I try cleaning that off as much as possible. It's still nothing. I even got some stuff to put in there to help with electrical connectors when you connect that. It still didn't help. So these cables are garbage too. They're not waterproof either. So it's just a nightmare. So I'm gonna have to replace the whole thing. But for now, I still have one camera that works okay, and one that's fuzzy. So What am I? Stefan says, I can't imagine you fighting. You seem so peaceful. Well, I'm not going to fight anybody, but if somebody comes and gets in my face and attacks me, I'm going to defend myself. I'm not just going to stand there and be a lame duck. I'm going to defend myself. So, but this guy's a moron. He's a plain moron. I don't know what his problem was, you know, and but that was not the only one. There were a lot of people there that saw this guy, especially the second time. He just came flying right at me. You got to go slow on the job site, you know, and when you have an operator in a machine, especially the one I was working with, there's not a lot of visibility, and I'm focusing forward. I don't know who's coming behind to my right. You know, if he saw me, he's got to slow down. If the truck doesn't have brakes, then fix it. You know, if the truck doesn't have brakes, suppose it's somebody else. It's a person walking, and they trip in front of the truck. How are you going to stop the truck? You're going to kill somebody because you don't have brakes? Fix the brakes. Stefan says crocodile tears. No, those are real tears. Those were real, genuine tears. Because I broke my drone and I need monies to buy a new one. So, but I'm not taking, like I said, I have dignity. I have principles. And I'm not taking anything less than $1,000 per person. That's just who I am. You know, Protective HD. What's brown and sticky? No idea. A stick. Mike fell asleep. Mike, you falling asleep on my videos, Mike? Tony M. Hi, Lewis. You are doing a good job with the podcast. Thank you. What do you, man, I was thinking maybe I should film, but then I was going to film the podcast, then put it on YouTube, but then it's not the same, you know? I want to keep the podcast separate because what I say there, it's one take. There's no editing. It's just whatever comes out of my mouth. Could be good, could be not. So, but I'm going to keep that separate. That's just separate. A separate thing. Separated. Sarah 73. 42 people watching and only 8 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Well, that's 10 thumbs up. People don't like to hit the thumbs up. What can I do? I can't force people to hit the thumbs up. You want to watch, you don't want to hit the thumbs up? Don't hit the thumbs up. Robert asks, you going to help Lydia with the Airstream? When I go down, I'll do what I can. I'm not just going to sit there and watch Lydia work. So I guess I'll have to help. Even if I didn't want to. I'm gonna help. Of course, I'm gonna help. Whatever I can, I'm gonna try to help. If I don't know how to do it, then we'll have to figure out something else. But I should be able to fix whatever needs to be fixed. Plus, I still have to finish her camper. Not all the lights work yet because I have to run new wires. She wants to put a fan in the bathroom. I already pre-wired that. So the wires are there waiting for the fan. She was thinking maybe get a new fan for the living area and put the old fan in the bathroom. The hole is the same size. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be fun and play, but I also have to do some stuff and help Lydia out. So Stefan asks, how long have you been living in the U.S.? Do you miss Portugal? I've been here for over 30 years. I don't miss Portugal. I never went back. I do have family and friends there, but my family comes here, and some of my family, and no, I don't really miss it. Um, I don't think I could live. I don't think I could live there. The mentality is different from what I'm used to. The the language, you know, I don't really speak Portuguese that much. Well, maybe when I'm around my parents or when I call them on the phone. So it's, yeah, I don't really miss it. No, this is my home. It's been my home from the first day I came here. So I can't say that I miss it. Would I like to go back and visit one day? Yeah, but sure. But I'm not too keen on planes anymore. So I don't. Maybe I'll drive my van there somehow. Maybe they'll build a bridge across the Bering Strait, maybe, and I'll drive there. I don't know if there's a ferry that can take me from Alaska to Russia, but then I have to drive to Russia. And I don't know. I've seen those crazy videos about Russian drivers. That scares me. What is this? Sandra Wheeler sent me $1.99. Okay, you poor beggar. Oops, forgot to. Sandra, this is terrible, Sandra. $1.99? I have principles, Sandra. I have principles. I said 1,000 or nothing. How do I return this money? I don't want this. How do I return it? Sandra, don't be wasting your money. Sandra, stop. Don't do that, Sandra. Don't do that. It's $2. Don't do that. But thank you. Don't do that, though. Thank you. Don't do that. 1,000, I would accept. $1.99, not so much. Unbelievable. I have principles, you know? Principles. I'm a principled Van Dweller. I only accept $1,000 donations. Don't send me $999. I don't want that. I don't know what's so hard to understand that. I'm principled. I have principles. Unbelievable. James Grimmett. I have a good drone. I've had it for 2 years and never have flown it. It was so expensive, I'm afraid to crash it. Really, I have no clue how to fly it. What kind of drone is it? One of the DJIs? Listen, the only way to do it is to fly it. When I bought mine, I had never flown a drone. Basically, the drone flies itself. You know, you take off, you just go like this, and the thing takes off by itself. It's gonna hover a few feet off the ground. I'm talking about mine. And then, you know, the joysticks, once you learn what the joysticks do, you know, on mine, this one here, the right forward, goes forward, back, like this, the drone goes sideways, and then this one goes up, and then backwards goes down, and then this way it goes around this way, around itself, so like this, that, and then like that, and so with my drone, if I think I'm going to be in trouble flying towards something, I can just let go of the controls, and the drone will stop. Plus, it has the sensor. It has the sensor. Did I have? Is that why I hit the tree? Because I didn't have the sensor on. This thing has a sports mode. So when you're in sports mode, where do I turn? I turn it on the drone. When it's in the sports mode, the sensors are off. No, but the sensors were on because when I was trying to get down there, it was beeping when I was getting close to the trees. So the sensor should be on. Where's the sensor? The sensor is. No, it's on the. Oh, it's not here. Duh. It's on a remote. The sensor is on a remote. On a, yeah. What was I thinking? No way. I was in sports mode. You see right there? It's forward, sports mode. What? I'm not calling Siri. Siri, Siri is answering me. I was in sports mode. That's why I crashed it. Oh. I thought this thing had beeped. Apparently it didn't beep. I think apparently I just I was not. That's why I crashed. That's why I hit the tree. Because I was wondering, why did I hit the tree? Because I had the sensor turned on, and I thought maybe just the propellers on the side hit the tree, but yeah, I mean the sensor goes out like this, so I shouldn't have hit the tree. The sensor was I had the drone in sports mode. Oh well. No, but look, if you are afraid to crash your drone, then you're never going to use it. I use my drone for video, and if the moment I'm afraid to crash the drone, then I'm just going to keep it in a box, and I'm not going to film anything. So what's the purpose? So I take the risk. It was a stupid, unnecessary risk because I could have walked down there and then fly the drone from there, but I was too lazy. I tried to go between trees, and I knew that there was a possibility that that I would have a problem, and yeah, and I did. So Sandra says, I know I had to do it as he and I had discussed e-beggars a few times. Hope you are well. Oh, you talking to somebody else, Sandra? I thought she was talking to me. Talking to me? Watch later gives me a thumbs up. Thank you. Did you give me a thumbs up there? Tony Montana. Lewis, why do you drive so far to park? What do you mean I drive so far to park? What do you mean I drive so far to park? You got to explain that one. I do have many principles. Accepting nothing less than 1,000 is one of them. Highly principled, Van Dweller. Frank V. Lewis, the Portuguese that I deal with speak fluent. What? Lewis, the Portuguese that I deal with speak fluent Italian like I do. Both languages are very similar. Do you speak Italian too? Così qui un poco italiano, pero no, that's it. That's Spanish. I understand more than I speak, but if you speak too fast, I can't understand. I can read probably. If I read it, I understand it better. But it's hard. It'd probably be hard to follow a conversation if it's spoken too fast, because I would understand some words, but then other words would be totally foreign, and then some words I just spoken too fast, or at least my brain thinks they're being spoken too fast, and yeah, I probably would have a hard time understanding at first. I mean, I could understand some words. I mean, some words are very similar, some words are identical, then some words are very foreign. So yeah, capisci un poco. Stefan says, I work with a few Portuguese guys and they all love football, soccer. Bet Lewis. I like it. I like football. I guess I could say I played football. I almost played semi-professional. I used to be a good goalkeeper, and I also like to be forward, and I like scoring goals. I still remember goals that I scored when I was a kid. I mean, it just some of those things that you score a goal. There's something about scoring a goal that it just it just lights you up. I mean, that's why you see a lot of soccer players go crazy when they score a goal. I mean, if they're playing not just for the money, but because they enjoy playing it, and they score a goal, it's just I don't know, I can't explain it. I mean, it's something I just can't explain it. Unless you played and you score a goal, I can't explain it. You know, when you dribble and then you hit the ball just right and you score a beautiful goal, there's nothing like that. It's a wonderful feeling. But I haven't played in a long time, and I don't watch like I used to. I don't really care about, you know, I follow Ronaldo. I can say that. I was following him from Manchester to Real Madrid and now to Juventus. But that's about it. Once he retires, I don't really, you know, I don't waste my time with that really. So, and but my dad used to say to me when I was younger, "Oh, you just watch football all the time and you play all the time. You're just wasting your time." And guess what? Now I can care less. And guess who's always watching? Guess who's going to the games? Guess who's just a maniac when his team wins? Yeah. Antique Hippies says, hello, Lewis. I don't know who Antique Hippies is. I've never seen him before. Antique Hippies. Gail and Bill. How you doing, Gail and Bill? Where are you guys today? In New Hampshire? Is it cold up there? I think it's time to go down to Florida. I hear it's warmer down there. Somebody's outside with a radio very loud. Just Gail, Bill's in California. Bill's in California. What is Bill doing in California? Bill got lost and he went to the left coast. Should have used a map or a compass. Gene the lawyer says, you are in super low volume on the right now since you took out the drone. What do you mean I'm in super? Is my volume okay? Do you hear me okay? Gina says I'm in super low volume. Your volume needs to be turned up, not mine. How's the volume? How's the sound? How do I sound? How do I sound, folks? Sound test. This is a test. Testing my sound. Hey, Gina, you have a problem with your speakers probably, because I didn't touch my camera. I didn't touch nothing. I touched nothing. I didn't do nothing. Gina says there are many Portuguese settled in my area. Gina, you're in Texas, right? Let me look. Let me see. Gina is in Texas, I think. I forgot where you are, Gina. The Portuguese have been in the United States for many centuries, especially in New England. There's a very old settlement. The Portuguese came over very early. They didn't come in the Mayflower. Those were mostly English, but they came soon after. I mean, they were like, wait a minute, we discovered Brazil before that happened. You know, the United States should be ours. Yeah, but no, but oh, Eureka, California. Okay, the town I hate. But if any of you ever watch This Old House, any of you ever watch that show? I used to love especially when I had a house. It was my favorite show on the weekends to watch, This Old House. And I loved it when they had an hour episode. When it was just a half hour, I'm like, oh. But when it was an hour, I would stop whatever I was doing and I would watch This Old House. So if you watch that, then you probably remember Tom Silva. Tom Silva is Portuguese descendant. Just a little tidbit of information. Oh, here's another one. I don't really watch singing or any of that stuff, but I've learned this recently. There's a girl, a singer. Her last name is Perry, something Perry. I forgot her first name, but she's also Portuguese. Both her parents are Portuguese. Apparently, a lot of Portuguese, when they came over to the United States from some of the islands, they kind of changed their last name, because I don't know why they did that, but and one of the ways they changed it was into Perry. So yeah, just a little bit of information. I'm not charging anything for that. I'm not charging. If I was, I would charge $1,000 because I have principles. Anyway, where was I? I can't. Oh, very sorry, Gail. Very sorry about that. Hope everything goes well. That's terrible news. You never want to hear that your son is not doing well. Elana in my van A says, hi Lewis. Hi Elana? What does that mean? Elana in my van A. What's the A at the end? In my van A, dash A. Just curious. Gina, my phone didn't move. I didn't touch my phone. Everybody says the volume is good. I touched nothing. That has to be with your phone. Gina, don't blame your sound on me, okay? Because I have a high quality sound system over here, first class. Don't blame it on me. What? Stefan says, since you took that drone out, you are now upside down. No, I'm not. Am I upside down, folks? You're not seeing me. No, I didn't touch I didn't touch my super duper setup over here. I didn't touch anything. Am I upside down? If I was upside down, folks would have told me. There's no way I'm upside down. I can see myself. I'm upside up. If I was upside down, I would be falling and my head would be hurting me. I would have known that. Antique hippies, they were great fishermen. Talking about the Portuguese, they still are, still great fishermen. Great explorers in the age of explorers. Gina says, Bob Villa rocks. No, I'm not talking about Bob Villa. Bob Villa. I'm talking about Tom Silva. I remember Bob Villa. Then Bob Villa got kicked out. Mike says, I watch Silva all the time. Love it. He's a very knowledgeable guy. I mean, they have the Silva brothers. They have their own construction company. The guy is very knowledgeable. I mean, I don't know how much they rehearse for the scenes that they do, but he comes across as very knowledgeable. And what was the other guy's name? The with the beard, a carpenter, master carpenter, whatever his name was. And of course they have the Boston accent, you know, and they go and they buy a sticker for their car, and they park their car in the parking lot, you know, the Boston accent. If you're from Boston, I'm not making fun of you. Just the way you guys talk like that. You buy stickers for your car, and you put it on your bumper sticker. Where am I? Uh, oh, we had the loss, right? So he's ill, huh? So you mean he's not gonna make it? Well, tell Bill I said, I'm very sorry. That's gotta be tough. Hmm. Rodney Toe. Good evening, Lewis. How was the dark chocolate flapjack? Seems like it would be too much chocolate. I was going to buy some last weekend. Um, I've mentioned before, I didn't like it. I mean, it's nice. I guess you can make it for like dessert or something. But as for breakfast, I don't like that richness of chocolate sweetness. I just don't like that. I like the regular flapjacks uh, with the maple syrup, but not the chocolate. I don't like the cinnamon. I don't like the peanut butter. I mean, the peanut butter is not bad, but I just don't like it. I like the the regular flapjacks. They have a couple different types. The one is protein packed that I like. The other one is nutrient packed. I forgot which one I have right now. Um, yeah, I didn't like it too much. You can try it. Maybe you'll like it. Not everybody's tastes are the same, but I didn't like it. Alana in my van A rhymes with Alana. Alana in my van A. No, Alana in my van A. Alana. No, it doesn't. How does it rhyme with Alana? Alana in my van A. No, it doesn't. What am I missing? Alana in my van A. Alana, it doesn't. It doesn't rhyme. At least in my brain, it doesn't rhyme. I'm sorry to break it to you. You're probably devastated now, and you're gonna go turn my channel off and all that stuff. But sorry. I mean, I think it, and then comes out of my mouth. Vanna, Vanna, oh Vanna, Alana in my Vanna. Oh, why did you put the why'd you put the thing there? Then you shouldn't have. You should have just all one word, Vanna. Oh, but you wanted to distinguish between van. Okay, Ilana in my Vanna. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, I was reading it separately. I was going Ilana in my van A. Ilana in my Vanna. Very good. It does. It does rhyme. You were right. I was wrong. I'm never wrong, but when I'm wrong, I admit it that I'm wrong, and I was slightly wrong. uh, James says you are a very principled person. Yes, I am. I take nothing less than $1,000. It's a good principle to have. Excellent. I still haven't seen any money from that principle. I know eventually it'll come, and it'll start coming like raindrops. First one, and then two, three, four. I don't need much, just a couple thousand raindrops. Frank V. Christopher Columbus had Portuguese crew members. Uh, Christopher Columbus learned his seamanship in Portugal. He spent many, many years there learning, studying seamanship. The Portuguese at the time, they were at the top of the food chain, and that's where he learned. When he wanted to go across, when he wanted to go to India, um, going west instead of going east, because at the time Portugal had the monopoly, because they were able to go around the Cape of Good Hope in southern Africa. and Columbus wanted to go west, to go to India. He thought it was going to be faster. He proposed that to the King of Portugal, and the king rejected, because why go west when we already have the monopoly, they said. We already have the monopoly on the spices and all that. So Columbus went to Spain, and the king and queen of Spain accepted. So had the king of Portugal accepted, all these countries in South America, Central America, all all these countries that speak Spanish, they would be speaking Portuguese. All the Spanish that we have in the United States would have been Portuguese. So one decision changes everything. So in a way, I'm glad Portugal did not discover the United States. I'm glad that it was Columbus did discover, you know, it came up in the Americas, North America. But what I'm saying is, in a way, I'm glad that it was England who colonized the United States, and not Portugal or Spain. So that's my preference. I have a reason why. I can expand on that. I don't want to go into any rants tonight, but I can if there's enough incentive. I'll do it. Gina Loya says, maybe my ears went bad on me all of a sudden. Maybe they did, Gina, because I didn't do nothing here. The drone is not on. It's not interfering with my super duper high production camera and microphone right here. So I don't know what the problem is. I know it's not on my end. So, although it could be, but I'm not going to admit it. Of course I admit it. This is high production. Can't admit fault on my side. No, it's not going to happen. Ilana Imaivana. I'm a Southern gal, t-shirt girl. All right. South from where? There's a lot of South. There's South New Jersey, South Philadelphia, South New York, South Pennsylvania. There's a lot of Souths. Bailey is coming home, bringing me and the motorhome to Cape May. You're going to Cape May? Are you going to go across the ferry like I did? That was cool. That was the first time that I was on a ferry like that, and of course the first time with my van. So if you haven't seen that video, just scroll down on my videos on my channel, go down a little bit, and then you'll see the crossing that I did on a ferry from Maryland to Cape May, from Lewis, Maryland. It's spelled differently from my name, but it's pronounced Lewis. From Lewis, Maryland to Cape May, New Jersey. It was an hour and a half. It was very nice. It was smooth, very smooth. I was gonna say ride. I think you say it differently on a boat, but yeah. Norm Abrams. I wonder if he's still alive. I haven't seen that show. Once in a while, it shows up where on my phone, I think. I guess if I search for This Old House, I guess I could see it, but it's not the same, you know. It's not the same. And I'm not in the house. I don't really have desire to watch it anymore, but it was different times. James says, since you took the drone out, you have burgers hanging out of your nose. No, I don't. I don't eat burgers. I don't eat burgers. I have a burger maybe once every couple of years. I'm just not a burger guy. Gail is asking me, if, do you really like maple syrup? Of course I like maple syrup, Gail. Do you never see me eat maple syrup? I eat it. I drink. I mean, do you eat it or drink it? No, I don't drink it. You know, I don't. I don't sit here going. I put a little bit of maple syrup on my flapjacks. Of course, I love it. Organic, organic, pure maple syrup. This is from product of the United States. I guess some of them come from Kanakia. Kanakia is a country above the United States. Some of you folks may know it. Some of you folks may even, oh, Mike lives in Kanakia. Mike knows about it. Elena says, Louis Vanna. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means, Louis Vanna. I don't know what that means, Elena. Gina says, Norm Abrams once carved a set of pliers out of a piece of wood. Not very useful, but brilliant. He's a true... I once carved something wonderful out of wood. Took me a long time. It was a true craftsmanship thingy. And I did it. It was something I did. Is my nose growing? No. I'm still good. Good thing I'm not Pinocchio. Antique Hippies Gal says, I thought of you today. A female YouTuber said that rant is a sexist word because only women rant. She is wrong. Who said that? Somebody else talking about my rant? Talking about my rant? She said that rant. Oh, she said that rant. Oh, not about my rant. She said that rant is a sexist word because only women rant. Rant is a word. I mean, yeah. I bet on YouTube you can make a new series, This Old Van. I've already have some older videos where I said something about this old van. I've already mentioned that. It's been done. I've already done it, Gail. Already done it. You saw my video? This old house is on YouTube. I know, I've seen it a few times. I just, it was on my subscriber list and I saw it, but I'm not really, I mean, if it comes again, if it shows up, I guess I may watch, but I just don't have the desire to watch because I don't live in the house anymore. You know, I had that desire because I was living in a house, and even before I lived in a house, even before, well, I've lived in a house for many years, when I had my own house. But even before I had my own house, I like watching them. But ever since I moved into a van, and I don't have cable anymore, so I stopped watching them. So I just lost interest, I guess. Just, it's one of those things, you just move on. Martin Nierweski. I say his name differently every time. Louis Delaware, slightly wrong. Well, they told me when I was there, they told me it's pronounced like Lewis. It looks like it's, yeah, like you have here, Lewes, but the pronunciation is Lewis. That's what they told me. Who am I to argue with the locals? So, X Penny Finder. Organic is the good stuff. I like organic. Look, they could be mislabeling stuff, and maybe that's not really organic. But if a company mislabels organic stuff, they can be banned from selling organic stuff. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to trust a label that says organic better than I'm going to trust eating something that's not organic, because who knows what that is? Who knows how many chemicals it has? You know, I don't want that stuff anymore. I don't want to eat empty calories. And that's what most non-organic stuff is. I mean, especially the genetically engineered food, there's no nutrition in it. You're just eating cardboard, basically. You're eating empty calories, empty energy. There's no energy in it. Oh, Elena, I finally got it. I didn't know what you're talking about. Ilana Imaivana says she's a Southern gal who won the T-shirt. You must have a different name from the one you had before or something. You won the T-shirt, the one I did for the T-shirt that I designed myself that I made a mistake on. Is that the one? I wasn't getting it. I just got it. Marjan, from what you live now? I do not understand the question. From what you live now? I don't understand the question. Marjan, forgive me, just rephrase the question in a different way, because I don't understand what that means. From what you live now? I don't understand it. Peaches H, when you coming out west again? I don't know, Peaches. Maybe this year, maybe next year, I don't know. I like to go with Lydia, but I don't want to go by myself and leave Lydia behind. I don't think it would be nice of me. So when I go, Lydia's going to go. So we're going to go when we can. So I love to go out west again. Lydia loves to go out west again, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year yet. I don't know. You know. So. Stefan says, Lewis, what time is it there? It's gonna have 12 here in London. I'm sleepy now. Bonne nuit. Well, I think we are 5-6 hours behind. So it's 7:43 here. So if I go to my super duper clock here, I want the clock. Darn it, this thing never works right. Clock. World clock, and I type London, so in London it's 12:43 a.m. So 7:43, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 hours difference. So that's where we are at. Well, have a good night if you're still listening. I hope you sleep well. Watch out for those bed bugs. Gail says it's freezing in New Hampshire. Snow tonight. Well, better you than me, gal, because although I'm going to be cold tomorrow. Well, I'm going to have my Webasto on. But tomorrow, the high is 32 by my kids, and the low is 27. So if there's any wind, it's going to be much lower than 27. It's going to be freezing. Hopefully not in here. Hopefully my Webasto will work. And the other day I thought I broke my Webasto again. My battery was a little low, and I forgot. And I had my Ven running to charge my battery because it's going through the Sterling power thing. And then I turned on my Webasto. And I was in the front while the Webasto was heating up the back. And then I opened the door to see if it was heating up. And I put my hand there. It was cold air, cool air. And I see this light blinking. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And then I remember, I can't have the van can't be on and the Webasto on at the same time. It doesn't work. The Webasto will not work if the van is running and the Webasto is running at the same time. It doesn't work. So what I did was I turned the Webasto off. I took out the fuse for the Webasto over here in the fuse box. I put the fuse back. I restarted the Webasto, and then it worked fine. So for a moment there, I thought I broke it, but I forgot that you can't have both running at the same time. Musa Hale says, I followed your egg and cheese recipe. My abdominals still hurting. I don't remember what egg and cheese recipe. What egg and cheese recipe is that? It must be an old recipe that I did. Usually, well, I just do the egg on the frying pan on my cast iron. I do one side, then I flip it over. When I flip it, I put some cheese on top, and that's it. That's what I usually do. But I think I did something in the past that it was slightly different. I did a whole his his abdominals are still hurting. Oh, that's funny. Don't blame it on me. You shouldn't watch people living in vans and follow their recipes. Oh, that is funny. Uh, Southern Gal. Southern. Oh, okay. There you go. So now I remember. You won that T-shirt that I misspelled on it. All right, cool. Different names. It throws me off. I have no clue. You know, there's a lot of people. Back when I only had like 100 subscribers, I could remember everybody, but I still remember most people that comment. I remember, but if you change your name or change your icon, then I'm just like, where was I? Marjan, how do you make your living? I guess, sorry, I really don't know how to say it. Oh, how do I make my living? I work full time. I work with machines, heavy equipment, machines. I dig holes, and then I cover the holes back up again, and they pay me for that. So that's what I do for a living. Peaches H says, you were the first van dweller I followed. That is cool, Peaches. And you're still here. Even after some of the rants I do, you're still here. Some people can't handle the rants. Hey, it's just going to come out of my mouth. If I think I'm right, I'm very passionate. So, and if you can't handle it, hey, maybe just turn it off and come back another day when you can handle it something different. But I'm glad you stuck around. I don't know how long you've been watching me, but thank you. And I do the best I can. Where was I? Ilana in my van says they are saying we may get a little snow in Louisiana. No! Snow in Louisiana? In northern Louisiana? Maybe in the mountains of Louisiana. In the high mountains of Louisiana. That is strange. That must be global warming. Because whatever happens, if it's too hot, it's global warming. If it's too cold, it's global warming. If it's raining, it's global warming. If it's not raining, it's global warming. If it's snowing, it's global warming. If it's not snowing, it's global warming. If it's dusty, it's global warming. If it's not dusty, it's global warming. Whatever happens, it's global warming. So Minivan Mike. Hey Lewis. Hi everyone. How you doing, Minivan Mike? Uh-oh. I'm at 20%. Wow. That phone was completely full. In an hour and a half, it went down to 20%. Okay. I've been here for now almost an hour and a half. So I'm at 20%. Another 8 minutes, and then we'll go off the air. I've kept you long enough. I appreciate it. I'll try to get to the rest of the comments. And Antique Hippies have flannel sheets and down comforter. I have my fleece blanket. Usually, even when it's like cold, but not too cold, that's all I need. I don't need. I have that and then the comforter, and I'm very nice and comfortable, so I don't need a lot to be comfortable. But it's raining in Georgia, says Wendy. It's raining over here. I saw the radar. I don't remember seeing it going all the way down to Georgia, but yeah, it's raining. It's raining in Florida, or at least it was earlier. Gail Antique Hippie says, Lewis is a unique van dweller, a very nice, down-to-earth guy. Thank you very much, Gail. I guess I did not throw you off without my cry and asking for monies. That didn't throw you off. Okay, I'm glad it didn't. I'm just who I am. If you meet me, I'm a nice guy. I'm, like she said, I'm down to earth. I don't like to fly. I guess that's why I don't like to fly. But yeah, I'm just, what you see is what you get. I'm no different than you. The only difference perhaps is that I have a YouTube channel and I have people watching me all over the world. But other than that, I'm just like everybody else, you know. I put my pants on 2 legs at a time, like everybody else. Kellyo Co 2. Any updates on Amazon contacting you? I guess you missed a few videos. So I'm going to keep the suspense up. Scroll down a couple of videos. Watch the video that I did. And you may have your answer there. I'll keep you in suspense. I'm not going to spoil the ending. So go there and look. Ilana Imaivana. Sorry, I had to change the name. That's okay. I'm not blaming you for changing the name. People change names all the time. Antique Hippie says, I saw a man make French toast from raisin cinnamon bread and then put it in a cast iron waffle maker. It became a waffle. Okay. What do you want me to go eat something, Gail? I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat pancakes or waffles, Gail. I already had my dinner. Now you're making me hungry. Stop talking about food, Gail. Minivan Mike, I've never seen you work full-time, Lewis. What? I've never seen you work full-time. Oh, of course I work full-time. That's what I'm doing now. I'm working full-time. While I'm here, I'm working full-time. I work about 8 months out of the year, full-time. And I still make videos, and I still have time for that. So, Michelle, Lewis, what are your plans tonight or this weekend? Well, tonight, I'm talking to you folks. And then this weekend, I got to pick up my mail. And then I'm going to see the kids. And it's a 3-day weekend because Monday's a holiday, Veterans Day, over here in the United States. And I'm just going to hang around with the kids and have fun, you know. Enjoy my kids. My son's turned 16 today. So I've been looking at the calendar. I'm like, oh, my son's birthday is almost here. My son's birthday is almost here. And then today they call me. I was talking to them. And then after a while talking to my son says, oh, by the way, do you know what day is today? And I'm like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I completely forgot today. I didn't call him. Oh, I always call him early for his birthday. And I don't know. I just completely blanked out. I didn't call him. Peaches, what is this? Peaches, $20. Peachy, don't send me any money. Thank you, though. But I do have principles, Peaches. Peaches. I don't know if you heard me before. I don't accept donations less than $1,000. I am sorry. I'm a principal Van Dweller. I have my principles. I'm sticking to my principles. I need monies, but I don't take donations any less than 1,000. So, thank you though, but you don't have to. But thank you. James Grimmett. Hey Lewis, have you heard of YouTube TV? It's a great way of having cable TV without cable. It uses the internet instead, but you get most of the cable channels. We love it. I've heard of it. I don't want it. I don't want cable TV. I mean, I've had that. In the beginning when I started living in my van, I would have done anything to have cable, the same channels I had before, mainly the Discovery Channel, you know, all those. I thought at the time these shows were like reality shows, but they were just all scripted. But I would have loved to have that. And then time went on, and I started doing YouTube, and I was just watching YouTube, and now I don't really care for that. I don't want cable channels. I left AT&T because I wanted a better package than what I had. My package was like 20 years old. It worked fine for me, but I just needed more data. And I looked at what the AT&T had to offer, and the two highest packages, one was $80 and one was $90. They both came with a whole bunch of cable channels, and I'm like, why do I want this? I don't want to pay for this. And I told them, and I told the lady, if this is all you have, I'm going to leave AT&T after 20 some years. And guess what? I left AT&T. They had nothing good to offer me, so I left them. I don't want to pay for channels that I don't want to watch. And they had the Communist Network News in there. There was no other channel that counterbalanced the Communist Network News. And I told them, why do you have the Communist Network News here and there's no other channel like Fox News? Where's Fox News? So I told her, I don't want that. I don't want to pay. She said, oh, but you're not paying. Here comes the rent. just relax. It's not a long one. But she says, oh, you're not paying for those channels. They are just coming in a package. But I'm like, but of course I'm paying for them. You're putting them in a package. You set the prices because you have, or at a certain level, at a certain amount, because you are offering these all these channels. That's rain coming. A brief rain will come soon. Don't worry about that. I'm fine in here. So of course I'm paying for those channels. What do they think? They think I'm stupid? So I told the lady, I don't want AT&T anymore. I told her, that's it. I'm done with AT&T. And the next day I went and I got something else. The Great Spoon. Hi, Lewis, from somewhere in Minnesota at 14 degrees. Well, Great Spoon, better you at 14 degrees than me. I know it's going to come before I leave. It's going to be cold. It's already going to be cold this weekend. Not 14 degrees yet, but, yeah, but hopefully I don't get that. But hopefully you're staying nice and warm. And when you are nice and warm and cozy, I'm at 10%. Darn it. I want to finish this, but I'm at 10%. Okay. I don't want to change cables because I have the mic on this camera here. And I don't want to change. So I've already been talking for an hour and a half. So I'll look at the rest of the comments that you folks did after I hang up or terminate high production stuff. But anyway, I'll look at all the comments later. But thank you for joining me for this hour and a half. It goes by so quick. Here I am talking blah 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 blah. Time just flies, you know. It just flies. But I enjoy this back and forth conversation. This is something that we don't have when I just do my regular videos. You can comment, but it's not a live interaction. And I think that's why I do these live interactions more often, because I can have, even though I can't hear what you say, I can still read it, and I can read it live. So I think that gives a better interaction between me and you folks. So that's why I like doing it. And besides, I don't have to do any editing. Did I say that out loud? Darn it. Okay. Anyway, no, seriously, I like the interaction one-on-one. So yeah. But thank you very much. Before the phone dies, thank you very much again. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you are on this planet, Mars, the moon, stars beyond. Whatever you are, I hope you have a great time. So I'll see you again next time, hopefully, God willing. So here comes the awkward part where I have to press the off button. But good night, everybody. See you next time.